I'm back! Let's talk anime, right? Eromanga Sensei, domestic girlfriend, a sister's all you need. What do all of these have in common, right? The answer might shock you. Yes, on the surface, they might all look like, all of the three protagonists, they all want to fuck their sisters. All on way different levels, but what else do they have in common? They're all authors. Now, the real question that we're asking here, one of many questions that we're asking here, is what makes an author protagonist want to pipe their sisters so bad? Just why? What's up with that? That's the title. What makes author main characters want to pipe their sisters so bad? What's up with that? The questions we're asking here today, they're very real. Now, this might look like pandering, scraping the bottom of a barrel to create content so original, so absurd and obscene that not a single person has tackled it. So let's get back on subject, shall we? Now, in order to get into this author-sister complex, we must first define what a little sister is. So, I did some extensive research on the topic, ranging from light novel material like Nisei Monogatari's 1 and 2, and the movie 17 again, which is a great movie where Zac Efron eventually, his daughter tries to pipe him. It's fun for the whole family. I took a bath, I reflected on my material, I fell asleep. I made some tea. It took a while, long enough to reflect, mind you. I took a sip, I burned my tongue. Soon enough, I saw the light. The little sister isn't just a little sister. It's conceptual, It's more spiritual than literal, It could be your half, your step, heck, even your adopted. It could be some random nigger off the street, as long as it calls you Oni-chan. But that's just defining who a little sister is. The real question is, what is a little sister? The little sister, or the Imoto for cultured individuals, is the highest form of domesticated slavery. She wakes you up in the morning, sometimes completely naked and straddling you. She leaves her used bathwater in the bath for you to gargle when you finish brushing your teeth. She lays eggs for your breakfast. She'll reach into a parallel dimension to pull out a pair of used underwear to wipe your face with. In some forms of literature, the Imoto can be seen running away with the Oni-chan to pursue this forbidden, tabooed relationship. In other forms of literature, the Imoto has already piped the Oni-chan before they even became siblings. These are what we call, these are what I call author-sister complex animes. And we're going to be really going into these, or at least in a part 1 or 2 series. We might get a part 2, who the fuck knows? Who fucking cares? I make the calls, I make the shots. But what makes authors want to pipe their sisters? Is it the same thing in a complete reversal? Do the sisters want to pipe their very famous and very popular author Oni-chan? Absolutely the fuck not. There's not even... Basically all the time, this dude is like fighting neck and nail to really for the sister cooch. And that's where this investigation comes from, right? What's chill in the hills, Oni-chan? It's your new dad, Imoto Slayer 13. Back with some killer fire, some heat, some real degenerative bullshit for your sussy baka ears. So, since we're on a whole investigation to find out exactly what makes authors so degenerative, we should probably be in pretty boy detective attire. So, give me a moment, please. What y'all think of my very pretty boy detective attire? We move, lads. Now here I am in the pretty boy detective attire, with a new background no less. Very nice, very, very sexy. Okay, so let's let the investigation begin, shall we? Now, we're going to be talking first about A Sister's All You Need, a show about Itsuki Hashima, a novelist who is completely obsessed with little sisters, following his glow up, selling hella books of a series that people actually liked and people really actually enjoyed. Domestic Girlfriend, as well, is about a dude called this is about Natsuo Fuji, who pipes both of his sisters, and he also writes books on the side. It's very... And Eromanga Sensei is about Masamune Izumi, who really wants to pipe his sister, and you can tell when you read his books. And everyone who reads his books knows it. They can tell, apparently. It's very, very ominous, very prominent, very obvious as well, and ominous. I didn't slip. I meant to say that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to rank all of these anime against each other in categories titled How Many Sisters? Is it a fetish? How many books were written about the sisters? Do they fall in love with anyone who isn't their sister? That will deduct a point for everyone that a nigga falls in love with for sisterly unfaithfulness. And do they successfully pipe? So let's get the fuck started, shall we? Firstly, how many sisters? Controversial subject, but you know, this is actually going to be very important in the future. A Sister's All You Need is, you know, in the far bottom with absolutely 0 sisters, making the main character simply dry, aching for a little sister. Domestic Girlfriend is, soaring in the lead with 2 sisters, a little sister and an older sister. Technically, this is more revolving around little sisters, but I was not very specific about whether or not it was older or younger, so I really bit myself in the arse. So Eromanga Sensei sits comfortably in the middle with 1 sister. Why is it important? Who cares? Is it a fetish? It's the real question. Well, one of many real questions we're asking here today. Many would wonder if this is an important question, and it will make sense as I go on. So, A Sister's All You Need is strong in the lead, that rhymes, but we're going to start calling A Sister's All You Need Needing Sisters, because I have a very strong lisp, and I don't want to say it anymore. So I'm going to keep on saying it by accident anyway. Whoops, sorry. So strong in the lead with a sister fetish that excels in degeneracy. All who have seen the first 2 minutes of Needing Sisters will completely understand that this man can clearly never be saved. He living at the ripe old age of 20 years old and writing stories like what we saw is both atrocious and beautiful. Domestic Girlfriend is heavy in the bottom, with Natsuo having 0 sister fetish. No. You might have actually even known, but Natsuo doesn't have a sister fetish at all. He just so happens to have piped his sisters. There's a difference. Natsuo actually has a teacher fetish. Yes, that's very correct. Natsuo wants he wants an older woman. He prefers older women in a forbidden environment where they shouldn't be doing this. This man does it anyway because I don't know, man. I actually think that Natsuo is probably best boy in this battle, but we'll talk more about that soon enough. So, Natsuo wants to be stepped on in public. That's pretty alright, Natsuo. that's pretty cool with me, buddy. However, the fact that Natsuo wants to pipe his sisters after they become family, even after they become family, is kind of a budding of a sister fetish. Despite the fact that he piped Rui way before they became sisters. Actually, I'm not really completely certain how time works in Domestic Girlfriend. They get married very quickly, so who knows? So, you know, he knows his crush beforehand here too, so obviously I did my research. Eromanga Sensei actually ties with A Sister's All You Need with a fetish so powerful. This man wrote 2 books. This man created 2 pieces of literature about how much he wanted to pipe his sister. There's no defeating this man. This man cannot be repented upon, or with, or about, or in any sense of the word or the way. Itsuki from Needing Sisters, his shit didn't get published. Masamune's bullshit did. The whole world, in the anime verse of course, knows that he wants to pipe his sister. Jesus. You need Christ. So now the next question is, how many books were written about the sisters? Actually, this is the most tame, because I've already said this. Needing Sisters has no books. 0 books. For the specific reason that anything revolving around little sisters more or less gets shut down by the publishing corporation that my nigga Itsuki that he is a part of. Anything about that just gets shut down, so nothing. Whoops. Domestic Girlfriend actually has one book, and that was right at the end. Natsuo basically writes his entire life's work into a thesis about how heartbroken he is that his sister teacher won't run away with him to be his country girl wife. Eromanga Sensei soars in the lead, obviously, with a whopping 2 books. One of them written in competition with Elf Yamada, where he absolutely pours his heart and soul out onto the pages, and what comes out is the feeling of wanting to fuck your sister. Then he writes another book titled The Cutest Little Sister in the World. Now, how can you make that judgment? Who made you the spokesperson for the little sisters, the councilman of the Emoto, the Emoto Senate? So far, Eromanga Sensei, this is the top tally, by the way. Eromanga Sensei is in the lead with 4 points, Domestic Girlfriend has 3, and Needing Sisters is in 2 points. Do they fall in love with anyone who isn't their sister? Difficult question. Because this is where Sisters All You Need gets very interesting. I said it again, didn't I? Whoops. Itsuki catches 0 feelings for anyone because they're not his little sister. So here's the catch, right? He doesn't have a little sister. He'll never have a little sister, not through magic, not through science. This man will just remain dry forever. He just catches 0 feelings for anyone. He straight up never falls in love. He never finds out what a titty feels like. Domestic Girlfriend hits the top with a couple hoes, I believe. Miyu Ashihara was an aspiring novelist who Natsuo secretly and accidentally caught feelings for. And then the other one simply could not compete with a completely non-sibling or non-blood sibling related tournament arc with Rui and Hina, and Natsuo had to shut that bitch down. So that actually makes it 1 girl. There was the actor girl from the manga, but I didn't do that much research, so who the fuck? Let's just call it 1 point. Natsuo loses 1 point. Why did he have to fall in love with anyone who isn't his sister? He didn't have to do that. No one told him to do that. Eromanga Sensei was super faithful, with Masamune Izumi being very faithful to his little sister. He didn't catch a single feeling for anyone. Not one feeling. Not even a little bit. Not even a sweat. Not even one pheromone hit this nigga body. Despite every single person confessing their love to him in broad daylight. Nigga, what are you doing? The final question now, the final of very, very many, very important questions here is, do they successfully pipe? Needing Sisters is a hilarious no, because this man is on top level celibacy shit, no nut November, eternally shit, and he'll probably remain that way in season 2 in 2035. Domestic Girlfriend. You know. You absolutely know. You have to know. Domestic Girlfriend. We were all there. We all saw it. Don't pretend that you didn't. Natsuo pipes both sisters. Before and no. Pipes Rui before and after. And then he pipes Hina after. So 2 points. Good. man. Congratulations, you really made it. Eromanga Sensei, no. The 14-year-old boy does not pipe his 13-year-old little sister. But there's a clear fact that he obviously wants to. He, it's quite obvious. So Needing Sisters is on 2 points, Eromanga Sensei is on 4 points, and Domestic Girlfriend is on 5 points. Deducting the 1 for him catching feelings for another bitch. So what did we learn here today? Absolutely nothing. All of these shows have more or less nothing in common. I probably just wasted your time here. But really, I wanted to point out that it really is like the most degenerative shit that the authors that like write about heroes and princesses also want to fuck their sisters. If they do have a sister, it's even worse. Surprisingly enough, if they don't have a sister, it's just as bad. What can we do? What can we do? How can we move forward with this knowledge, with this information that we've accumulated on this road? I suppose the most important thing to keep in mind is that even though these are animated works and completely fictional, these are pieces of literature created with the heart and soul of an author and the deepest parts of their being. You know what that means? That means that all of these people poured their heart and soul out onto paper, and what came out was the feeling of wanting to fuck your sister. So with my final moments of hypocrisy, picture this. Jiraiya from the hit series Naruto has just written his most recent book in the Make Out Paradise series, and he does a live reading for everyone in the anime and the real world. He comes back to life to give us this. And as you get to the last chapter, technically he gets to the last chapter because he's reading it, you suddenly notice mentions of little sisters, and it's a bit more frequent than you actively remember. You suddenly start to realise that the main character, the main love interest has always been the little sister. It's been the little sister all along. And they just get into a really spicy relationship with the main character. But this is wrong, right? As far as we know, the main character of the book is supposed to be based off of Naruto himself. It's supposed to be Naruto himself. So, as far as we know, it couldn't be Jiraiya. No, because we come to understand that Jiraiya doesn't have a little sister. That would look a little bit funny. So it's under good law, it's not technically a self-insert. It just makes him a man of culture. So is this author's sister concept a fetish, a self-insert? Who truly is the cutest little sister in the world? We may never know. The one question that we've all been asking is, why can't I stop watching? And I suppose the answer is, because it's just as bad as I am. Now, I think now is the time to let everyone know that my latest novel, titled I Can't Believe My Little Sister Sits on My Lap with No Underwear On, but I Can't Tell My Parents because they're also siblings too, will be coming out in November on all book platforms, including Waterstones and W.H. Smith. So keep your eyes peeled for that shit. So there we have it, investigation complete. Now, what was your favourite part of the episode? Really? Is that correct? That is very interesting. I'm so glad you were here to say that to me right now to my face. And it's very nice of you, but come on now. This is the weeb corner, not the compliment corner. So, my favourite part of the show was probably the bit where I talked about emotos for honestly far too long. So, here we are. So I suppose now is probably the best time for the waifu corner, baby! Woo woo! We made it. I think it's probably a really good thing to say that every single one of these anime did have a beach episode, which makes them an automatic 10 out of 10. I'm not the policeman here. I just enforce the law. I don't create it. Let's be real here. So, in corner number 1, we have Nayuta from Leading Sisters. Corner number 2, we got Rui from Domestic Girlfriend, who I might have mentioned earlier is best girl and absolutely not Hina. Down corner number 3 cradles our queen, Sagari from Eromanga Sensei. Place your votes telepathically through your screen and I'll actually accumulate it in my head and we'll see. Ding! Oh my god, I did not make that ding noise. That was in your imagination. Anyway, the votes are in. We have our queen. And the winner is... Oh, I'm getting a vision. That's so Raven. It's Sagari! How about that? It's madness. Who would have thought? Anyway, I'm leaving now. Because I've got food in the oven and I'm very sure it's gonna burn. So, I'm about to watch the fuck out of Bible Black. So, pray for me, please. I need it, I need the prayers. So, until my next video, my name is Emotoslayer13. This has been the Weeaboo Corner Season 3 in the flesh. And now, get the hell out of my corner. Bye.
Nigga call me Oni-chan, I'm the big brother nigga when I'm rubbing in the tub with you bitch. Lil sister flex, waking up the bitch in my bed and you trying to get down in the neck. Pull up with the racks, bringing out the cups and the bays, got the A's, this hoes bringing Lil sis game. Nigga, no I ain't the same as another motherfucker, I'm the big brother nigga, don't need no